Hello, in this video we're going to show you how to use the Cocos console and use the deploy command. Well, the deploy command is useful if you want to, get your application and distribute it, whether you're distributing it on an app store or whether you're distributing it amongst friends and family or press or whatever. That's most likely what you're going to be using the deploy command for. And to do that, actually what we'll do is open up a text editor. This is just to make some notes. You don't really need to use this at all, simply because we're going to make the notes, put it as a solution on Sonar Learning, and then we'll put a link in the description so you can check all the different commands. So one of the commands, or one of the arguments, is P, and this is basically the platform, and you select Mac, iOS, web, Android, and Win32. Then you do -M, which is the mode, and for the mode you can select debug or release. Just bear in mind that the mode is optional, because if you omit it, it just basically defaults to debug. So that's just something to bear in mind. Let's finish off this note right here, and then the next argument is -S, and this is the project directory, and this can also be omitted if you CD to your project directory first in terminal. I'm on a Mac, I'm using terminal, but if you're on Windows, it's the same process. Just open up command prompt, CD to your project, or use the appropriate command, and you'll be all good. It's universal. And so an example command would be Cocos deploy -S, and on my project is right here. So game 1 on the desktop, so it will be users /sonar system /desktop, then /game 1. -P will be the platform, so for example I would just put Mac. -M would be whether it's release or debug. Most likely you're going to deploy it as release, and then that is it. There is another way to do it. Like I was saying, you can omit the -S parameter if you already CD to your project directory, which is what we're going to be doing. And if you do CD to your project directory, you can just basically get rid of the dash argument entirely. There is also another argument that you can specify, which is the quiet argument, and as a result it reduces the output to the console. It's not quit, you want quiet. So reduces output to the console, and let's just do a bunch of dashes to organize it a bit better. Copy and paste this. The only difference is that here we put a -Q for quiet, -Q for quiet. I generally don't like using quiet arguments, simply because I want to see all the output, I want to see everything that's going on, all the nuts and bolts. But if you're doing it a million times and you pretty much know it's going to work, but you're just doing it out of necessity, whether that's compiling, running, deploying, whatever it is, then that's fair enough. I think that's a great usage for the -Q argument. So I'm going to save this on my desktop, and I'm just going to call it Cocos deploy command list.txt, and like I said, I'm going to post this as a solution on sonarlearning.co.uk. I won't give you the link because you don't need to remember it. I'll put it in the description. So that's all good. So now let's actually deploy a project. So I'm just going to open up a terminal. So you could type in this command right here, or you could CD to your project first, like what I'm going to do here, and as a result I can just do this deploy command. So Cocos deploy -P, I'm going to put Mac -M release, and now click enter. And what it does, it compiles your project first. So if you haven't, or if you haven't compiled it for a while or not at all, it'll compile it first. That might take a little longer because I've compiled it beforehand. It was really quick, and yeah, that is that simple. It's to do. So if I actually open up my game 1 project, go to bin, go to release, go to Mac, and there we have our little application that we deployed. If you check the date and time, it matches the date and time that we got now, and if I double click it, it runs. So this is a little application that we can distribute. So that's how you use the deploy command as part of the Cocos console. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on our Sonar Learning solution. Again, the link will be in the description. And as usual, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. And as usual, well, I've already said that, just repeating myself, goodbye.